Hello everybody, my name is Lord Thethan, one of the Overwatch casters for TEC, and today we're going to be looking at some of the highlights of the week. And our first clip that we're going to take a look at is going to be from Reaper7081 of Portage area on Rising Star Cole Cassidy.
Glyph already out of the fight, which is huge. Now they can go in without that damage that can come through, but again, they are going to be able to find a pick on the Blonde Gamer, but Reaper in the back, just the fan, the hammer, going to be able to take down.
Now, Reaper here on the Cassidy, it's not just the drop off of the high ground that's terrifying, yielding a safe position, but also the connection, 3 straight shots onto Colty on there, and then a marvelous fan the hammer onto Mushita Heat. Every single one of those bullets connecting. Those are the kinds of Cassidys that I'm afraid of. Our next clip is going to be watching Paradot of Penn Trafford playing Tracer on Antarctic Peninsula against Connellsville from this week.
A good job, very distracting here for the other team. Paradot's going to find the fist to the face. Karika will fall. Thrasher both finding kills here as well. They have the player advantage. They need to hold on here as well.
Yeah, Meteor Strike kill, not something I've seen very often actually. That ultimate much more commonly used as an escape tool, re-engage tool. But to Evious Burner falling, trying to get these dagger kills is Paradot of Penn Trafford. Pulse bomb on the floor, but it doesn't.
Paradot shines as the DPS player here for Penn Trafford on the Tracer with a melee finish onto Me Mister, using every little tool that they have to secure these kills, as well as instantly moving on to the targets that the team is calling from the Orisa onto the Lucio. And here's the thing about playing Tracer, you don't need to stick the pulse bombs, you just need to get kills with it. Watch as Paradot dips into the back line of Connellsville and lays down a pulse bomb that kills 3. Beautiful stuff from Paradot of Penn Trafford. Our next highlight is going to look at a matchup between Ferndale and Johnstown. We're going to get to see some awesome team play led in great part to one of the debuting members for Ferndale.
Tough here for Greater Johnstown. You've got to be able to push it at least to the second point here, knowing that there's a good chance this Ferndale squad's going to be bringing the heat. You've got to be able to control your destiny here. This big fight, Box going to go down though. You've got Nerf getting ready to go down as well. Everyone's going to fall. Only Reaper, the last one left standing, trying to see if they can keep themselves alive. Not going to be the case.
It's an old adage, an expression from Overwatch 1. It takes 6 to kill 1. Now for Overwatch 2, it takes 5 to kill 1. And that's exactly what we get to see here in the matchup between Ferndale and Greater Johnstown. Trades on both sides, but ultimates all over the place. Some explosive potential from Gaming Bumble's Coalescence and Thy Fear Void's Riptire helping to clean up the fight. It's so important for these teams to be on the same page, and also for these explosive moments to be led by explosive communication, helping the teams booster their morale in a series that could have been losable against Greater Johnstown. Ferndale was able to turn it around. Our next highlight is going to be from Resident Frog player of Westmont Hilltop. In fact, play of the game of their series on Dorado against Chartier Houston.
The odds of a Lucio play of the game, incredibly low. But when you see what he's doing, this guy's performing, getting a 4K on the aggression, wall riding, might be, I think, no, he got a team.
One of my personal favorite characters, Lucio, aka the Frog, is fast, fluid, and flexible. He does it all, and that's exactly what we're going to get to see from Tony Zamboni of Westmont Hilltop here in this clip, is the wall riding, the speed amp into the enemy team, helping to lead the charge against Chartier Houston, and also pick up some damage, final blows, and do a little bit of healing all at the same time. And our last clip of the day, and the second one to feature both Farah and Junkrat quite prominently, as well as being from the same series as our Dorado clip, we're going to be taking a look back at that matchup between Ferndale and Greater Johnstown from the first map of their series.
And look at that, we're seeing Nerf just getting one down. Nerf this, Nerf that. Look at Box, the movement's insane. Oh my god, what a play coming out here from the Farah. And now they're going to use their ultimate. Most likely going to get all of these players. That's one. And that might be a second. Yep, there's 2 with the tire. Comes through the damage. These DPS are really just carrying this team.
Overwatch is a constantly changing game, so it's great to see that BoxBox still plays the Pharah and that Nerf is still getting a ton of value here on the Junkrat. Greater Johnstown was all set to make the pace of this series in their favor against Ferndale, and we get to see why. BoxBox able to navigate the Pharah against these treacherous positions and still get a lot of value with the ultimate, and there's Nerf from Greater Johnstown backing up the rest of the team as well. Marvelous stuff from Greater Johnstown in their match against Ferndale. Those were all the clips that we've got for you guys this week, but don't worry, there's more to be seen on any of our other Twitch accounts, so you guys can stay connected to all of the action from all of the other titles and the talent that we see here on TEC. On behalf of TEC, I've been Lord Thethan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
What is up, guys? My name's Joker's Ransom. His name's Lord Thiethan, and we are here back, ready to bring you some more Overwatch action on the TEC's High School Series Spring 2024. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have any tech issues like we did last week because of storming. It is raining here though, so hopefully.
Very nice. It's bright and beautiful and sunny down here in Dallas.
Heck
Joker.
you. How about that? How about that? Heck you.
I'm absolutely loving it after the cold snaps that we've had across the nation.
What is your version of cold, Mr. Ethan?
It's anything below 70. Anything below 70, I can't tolerate. It feels like the world is ending. Much less when it snows or ices. But nothing is ending today. In fact, the series we're only in week 2 of the season for the spring 2024, and that means that yields a lot of really good matchups. I think 3.5 of which, kind of, Joker, we're actually going to get to see. We'll be kicking off, Joker, with the Bishop Guilfoyle versus Winburn area high school matchup. And I'm really excited, Joker. Winburn has been a long-time fan and honestly caster favorite as well. Bishop Guilfoyle, I think, had their debut last season and had some really nice things to show off as well. So I'm super excited to see what kind of improvements and changes have been made in both of the rosters since last we saw them. But I think we actually can take a look at and see if any of the rosters themselves have changed starting here with Bishop Guilfoyle's roster. You're gonna have Lily, Nathan, Elliot, Braden, and Edison. And you can see their gamer tags there as well. Soul Cypher, Mighty Nate, DJ Big Man, Bray, and Pellet. I think these are actually almost entirely new names for me, Joker.
Yeah, I don't think we really got us to see Bishop Guilfoyle. I'm trying to look if
not much last season.
I don't remember if they had a team last season or not. But they might have had a Div 2 team, I think is what was the case, and we didn't really get to see really get a look at them. But we, who we do get a look at, with our one of our fan favorites, we get to look at Winburn here, and I'm ready to come and see this. Wait, where is he? What? Where is he? Oh my God, I missed him. I thought I saw.
No, you saw him. I know you were panicking there for a second.
I'm like, where's Mr. Gary? Where's Garrett? He's right there on the screen with Anjus as well as GG Man, a new name it looks like though. Timmy coming in and Spazzy as well. Yeah. So some 2 new names to the roster here.
Yeah, we'll have a couple of little tidbits that we'll be able to drop some intel from the trenches of some of the Winburn practices, and so I'm excited to share some of the kind of like dynamic of the team when it comes to Winburn to kind of help us understand, just what makes them so good. But I'm really excited to see today, Joker, the opposition from Bishop Guilfoyle. I'm super excited to see what a Division 1 roster that I'm unfamiliar with almost entirely, in fact, and that I haven't really gotten to see shine. I'm really excited to give them some recognition for their accomplishments and their gameplay. We have an interesting map pool tonight as well, Joker. I think interesting is really the safe way of saying it. Some pretty silly, goofy, funny maps here that we'll be playing. Kicking off the night with a control point on Ilios, and then moving on to Havana, and that mythical third map, Suravasa, as well. It lends itself to a lot of different styles of play. I don't know that we'll get to see really more than 1 or 2 distinctive styles from either team today, but definitely some maps where we might see some fun stuff, Joker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly like these 2 maps, but hey,
yeah, that's actually
you know what specifically oh my goodness, I was gonna say Hanamura. Havana lends itself to Mr. Lord Thiethan is, do you know what you play on Lord?
You play the snipers. You play the Hanzo, the Widowmaker.
Yeah, and who plays Hanzo on this Winburn squad? Oh baby, I got it. if
scratching my head trying to
you've
find
never
out.
seen Garrett play Hanzo, you are in it for a treat today because he is a very, very good Hanzo player. I'm very excited to see him retake the reign, take the bows yet again for this Winburst squad. And again, also looking to see this new squad from Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, and with the way that the game is evolving and changing right now as well, there's an emphasis in like super high level Overwatch on even greater enhanced team play, using things like the new DPS passive, a couple of the
Moira.
balance changes, Moira.
Yes,
and
it's come
she's
true.
fine. She's
No,
okay.
no.
Everyone is. All the
No.
top 500 players can sit down. They aren't discovering anything new that we haven't
Oh, I know.
already known.
Oh, I know. We don't. It's not something completely new. It just makes sense though. This game.
Yeah.
Moira in itself. My friend did play in OWCS this weekend or last weekend, and was going in. Yeah. So he was going in with the pre-notion that it was Brigitte Zen before they played their first game, for their first day or second day.
Yep.
And then they were taken aback that they saw a lot of Moira. And the reason, this guy is a lot smarter than me at this game, so he knows what he's talking about. And he said, the reason for this is because with Moira, you can just engage so much quicker than the rest of the team or any really other support in the game right now, perhaps besides a Kiriko Lucio backline. And I don't think you really want to run a Kiriko Lucio backline unless you are going against a Junker Queen.
I mean, yeah, insane healing uptime potential. You've got some incredible survivability as well. Coalescence generates honestly just as quickly, but it feels quicker. It feels more fluid than something like Kitsune Rush, which you're gonna usually spend a little bit more time around. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. And Joker, where have we usually seen a lot of Moira gameplay?
In the TEC?
You're at TEC, and you're now jumping into the first map of the night, heading to Ilios. I think we'll be starting here on Lighthouse Joker. What are the odds that we get to see one of these teams at least lock Moira? She is good right now. I do have to concede. I do have to give it to you and all the other high-level players. I don't like the character. I think.
Wait, you're calling me a high-level player?
But...
Holy smokes! You heard it here first. You heard it here first, chat. Platt is high level, baby. Let's go. And I'm already seeing it here. Interestingly enough, though, from Anjas coming out on Winston, which is probably the least good dive tank at the moment. I wouldn't say dive is really... I mean, dive can work. I mean, you can see Doomfist, the entire idea behind Doomfist has changed since the beginning of the patch. Now it's quite good. Wrecking Ball's still good. Diva's a top 3 tank in this patch. Winston's just Winston.
Yeah, really, actually, that's a great way of saying it. Winston is just Winston, and monkeying around is hopefully what we'll get to see Anjas do. There's a lot of ways that you can shut Monkey down, and the composition for Bishop Guilfoyle is definitely a little bit less fun to play into for that Winston player.
Oh, definitely. I think we see a swap of Anjas if this does not work first here, but a nice hook does come through, but Anjas is going to be able to take the first pick as well, and Mr. Gary has gone in with the backline. Mr. Gary and Anjas, this dynamic duo coming in already strong for Winbear here to start things off.
Yeah, really nice stuff, and a quick, clean fight here is going to help Winburst set up for this next fight as well. That was so quick, the elims just kind of rolled on through for them, and it means that there isn't much ultimate to generate, and there's not too much to worry about elsewhere. For now, it's just making sure that that they can score another opening pick here with a nice setup.
Yeah, the setup already coming in, and Mr. Gary with the backsmack taking down Soul Cypher. Dash through as well coming in. That's just going to be a huge cleanup coming in already. Another dash kill coming in for Timmy there, trying to make his name to start things off here in the TEC.
Yeah, Timmy is doing fantastic on the Genji, and love to see the synergy between them and Mr. Gary, both playing these kind of divey characters. Winter actually is playing kind of like what we might call the meta composition. This is what a lot of high-level players are going to want to run themselves, because they it kind of gives them the least opposition when they're going up against opponents.
Ooh, and wow, this is just gonna truck through the Soul Cypher and DJ. Big man, Mr. Gary comes in with another back smack, taking down Mighty Nate, and that's just gonna be the cleanup coming through yet again for Winber.
It's so fast. It's a fast composition, and that's what I was about to say from Bishop Guilfoyles. You've got so many tools to slow them down. You can heal yourself as Soldier. You've got some insane damage between the Reaper and the Roadhog, but they haven't managed to generate an ultimate yet, Joker, and Timmy's coming up in the Dragon Blade. Sprazzy's going to have that Coalescence soon as well.
Yeah, they got to figure it out here soon enough. They've got to find a pick, but Soul Cypher's just been caught out yet again by Mr. Gary, as this is just looking more and more likely by a clean 100-0 to start things off. Pulse Bomb is up, and Timmy's already found Mr. Nate. There's the whole hog, but it's just not going to find anything. 98, 99, 100. That's round number 1 going to Winber.
Really nice stuff, and we didn't really see many ultimates exchanged between either team there, which is really interesting to me. It means that the fights, again, just not much of an opportunity for Bishop Guilfoyle to actually generate their ultimates, and so wanting to see things change a little bit from them. I like the Lucio in their lineup, because Lucio gives you that speed. You can move in really quick, but you can also do what we're calling kiting away. You can just kind of roll out and say, okay, give them a little bit of space while our enemy pushes into us, while Winber pushes in, and then go back in. But we're gonna see the Lucio dropped in favor of Akiri. Winber's actually really cooking with their composition. I think it's safe to say that they've gotten comfortable. So you're gonna see Mr. Gary on that Widowmaker here to start on Ilios Ruins. It's such a strong pick, and GG Man on the Zenyatta means that it's time to get in there and do some damage. Anja's ready to just deny people from having fun on the Orisa there. Again, Bishop Guilfoyle all set with the tools that they need to win against this composition. We just want to be able to see them play Ruins in a way that lets them win on this comp.
Yeah, we gotta be able to figure it out. Ooh, Mr. Gary's locking the Widowmaker this time. I love to see him diversifying his hero pool.
Yeah.
At one point, it would only have just been Hanzo. And now we're seeing him pull out many different types of heroes here. But Anjas is the one doing all the work here at the moment, just frontlining as Orisa, which, again, not in the best spot for a tank right now.
No, all of tank is actually a little bit challenging. But
except for Ramatra.
Yeah, Ramatra's pretty free. Monkey should be kind of free, but he's just extremely good. Really nice opening pick there from Mr. Carey.
Yeah, definitely. Looking for more. The Widowmaker, Widowmaker. Oh my goodness, the Mercy from DJ Big Man. Oh, okay. Didn't know you had that. I mean, I knew you had it in you, but keep it going, Mr. Gary. Looking to find them, take him down. Pele is not going to be able to do that, though. However, as GG Man is able, with the kick, the 75 damage kick, by the way, from GG Man coming in and taking them down now with the sights coming online.
Yeah, that melee for Zenyatta is absolutely insane. There's some ultimates going to be coming up on either side here. That's going to include the Terror Surge from Anja, so it's a justification to stay in, especially when you got Mr. Gary securing picks like that triple kill. Holy smokes! Quadruple. Okay.
Or can we find the? Let him get the 5. Come on, get the DMAC. Get the DMAC. Come on, come on.
Won't let him, I promise you.
There it is! The ace for Mr. Gary comes through. Oh my goodness! And they almost had a 6-piece in a row. But Timmy has to not let him keep going. But Mr. Gary's cooking. Oh my goodness! This is like a 3 Michelin star chef right now, the way they're cooking in the kitchen right now. Mr. Gary's just unstoppable, just finding pick after pick. It's just a day at the shooting range for Garrett right now, Mr. Ethan.
Yeah, absolutely, and the rest of Winver is going to show up here in this last fight. There's Anjas and Sprazzy getting theirs, one with the skill orb. Love to see it on Peller. and there's no opportunity for contest either, or at least there is going to be a brief one shut down by Timmy's tactical visor. Just when you think that you've had a threat dispatched by forcing Garrett out of a position or getting the opening pick on them, the rest of Winber kind of strikes back at you, reminds you, yeah, we are a team. You know, for a first experience here for Bishop Guilfoyle in this series, that's not a bad takeaway to emerge with. Being able to sit there and say, okay, you know, obviously Mr. Gary is a huge threat. As you can see, we want him dispatched, but there's possibly another angle that we can pursue. There's possibly a dismantling of the team that we can embark on. There's possibly a shutdown onto Sprazzy or GG Man or Timmy or Angus. You know, those might be some of the questions that I'm asking myself if I'm on Bishop Guilfoyle. Is, you know, who else can I look at in order to make the threat, which would be Mr. Gary, a little less threatening.
Yeah, and again now we go from a long sightline range point to a long sightline map here. I mean, we're going to Havana, and again, this is just going to be even more difficult to deal with Mr. Gary. I mean, we saw the Widowmaker come out from him. Ash is probably in his back pocket now too, and Ash is even better than Widowmaker right now with just the ability to get those AoE damages with the dynamite as well. Especially with how, well, what's it called? Brewery Phase is a little bit more closed in than the rest of the map. Ash works a little bit better in this point, in this map as a whole.
I really like Ash on Havana. Especially being a Soldier 76 OTP player myself. Ash has always been like a really comfortable, I'm still on the hit scan roll, but I'm more of a sniper. I've got a little bit extra range. So yeah, and you're absolutely right. As someone who, you know, I had an Ash player a couple of years ago that I really loved working with, a fellow by the name of Bezo, and I learned how to play Ash from him actually. And Havana ends up being one of my comfortable maps, but you know, it doesn't have to be the Ash. It could be the Widow. It could be the Soldier, which we're going to see from Cypher. But it also, unsurprisingly, it could be Hanzo, with Mr. Gary taking up the bow once again, just as you predicted before the show started today. Yeah,
and I like the look from Bishop Guilfoyle now. Going over to the Sigma, again, still very good. Not Ramacho good, but still very good nonetheless. But it'll be nice. It'll give them a sustain, or at least a stable front line to hopefully fall behind. But again, you're going to have to deal with the aggression that's going to come out from Winber as Angus is on the Zarya and just dealing with that the sheer output of healing, the sheer output of damage that's going to be able to come in from the Zarya rush composition that they're running is just going to be impossible to deal with.
Yeah, scary, scary, scary stuff. So far, Winber playing absolutely marvelously, very by the book as well when it comes to how to play these compositions, and it is going to make Bishop Guilfoyle's life very challenging, but they do have some really nice approaches. The Bastion to be able to blow things up. You've got DJ Big Man on that. Mighty Nate swapping from the Sigma to the Reinhardt. I actually really liked the Reinhardt, or I'm sorry, I really liked the Sigma, but I do like the proactive swap into the Reinhardt. It's going to make brawling and just on the Zarya a little easier.
Yeah, it's going to make things easier, but again, Reinhardt's just not fun at all right now. I mean, oh, and when you drop your shield, or just like that, the arrow finds the dome of Pele. As now they do have to force the res. Brayden brings them back into the fight, getting that healing back in, but they're just on the back foot all the time right now as Timmy helping them out on the Genji. A perfect time to be a Genji player, by the way, as Timmy comes in, finds two, the Dragon Strike finding one, and that is just going to be that, and the point already captured up by Winberg.
Yeah, absolutely love the Shimada brothers composition being run here, and you get some brotherly synergy there from Timmy and Mr. Gary as well, making sure that they're working together to make all of those kills really properly secured. Andrus is going to have a Graviton Surge that they can lob into the mid fight here. I imagine that some of it's going to end up getting mitigated by Peller's Coalescence, that Mora ultimate. It's going to be really helpful for making sure that Bishop Guilfoyle doesn't lose too early.
Yeah, we'll see how it can work for them. But the Dragon Blade's already come online. Soul Cypher's down. They do take him out with a grenade. Huge play coming in by DJ Big Man. They can turn things around, but Anja says no, as it is just the Mercy and the Reinhardt remaining, and well, no longer the Mercy there, and a nice shot coming back. Yeah, nice pin from Mighty Nate though, but again, it's just a consolation prize in the grand scheme of things at all, as as Winber captures second point.
It is consolation. It's perhaps also a healthy dose of deserved humility there for GG, man. Gotta watch the wacky, silly, goofy movement. Make sure you're not getting pinned, but a beautiful demonstration of exactly.
Does he do it again?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a fifth to kill here.
Yeah. There's not a fifth to kill, unfortunately, for Mr. Gary. Looking for his second ace of the match, but well, Pele's right there. I mean, it could happen. Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect chance to use the grab, but hey, I mean, technically there's an ace, the fifth pick coming in the way of Mr. Gary, and there's the sixth pick. Again, it's just, and they're gonna find 7, mate. No, not gonna find 10. But that is just finding Braden. Hey, again, this is just the shooting range for Mr. Gary. It just seems like good practice right now.
Yeah, you know, it's really also just the result of the raw hours put on Hanzo. I mean, you're just gonna understand how the projectiles work when you have so much time and so much expertise on the hero.
Oh. It's just kind of rude.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's just kind of rude.
Braden deserves better.
Yeah. Justice for Braden, as the coalescence is going to come in from both of the Moiras on the point there. It's just not going to find enough value for Bishop Guilfoyle. As right now, I mean, they've got to just figure out something to try to turn the tides. I mean, it is somewhat insurmountable, but figuring things out now when you're already pretty much out of it can help you down the road for these next matches that come week in the next coming weeks. If you can figure out what works well for you here, you can maybe work on it during the week and tinker with it until it's a very polished and well-oiled machine.
You're absolutely correct. And honestly, you know, I think that Bishop Guilfoyle actually has a really nice idea of how they want to push against Winber. Although, you know, that idea is always going to have to be changing because Winber is constantly changing. You know, you see Gage end up on the Lucio and now on the Zenyatta. Andrew's got a wide net of tanks that they're proficient with, and Ramatra is only one of them. And you've got the rest of the team ready to switch to different identities of a composition at any moment. I really liked what Bishop Guilfoyle was running. If there was one thing that I think I would, you know, that they would have to end up learning to shut Winber down a little bit easier, it's just those timings. You know, if you've got an ultimate and you have the opportunity to solo shatter Mr. Gary, you take that chance. You know, if you have the opportunity to turn a 5v4 like it is now into a 4v4, right? You take that chance. And so with the ball, there's going to be some healthy risk-taking here that Bishop Guilfoyle can go for.
Yeah, and I like this Wrecking Ball choice. I mean, it can help get the Hanzo out of position and help collapse onto the rest of the team. But I mean, when you go down, but again, this is a good-looking comp, I would say. Besides the Iari in it, I was running I think changing over to the Moira would just be a little bit better. If you are Bishop Guilfoyle, you can be able to run in onto this Winber squad a little bit quicker.
I can definitely see the vision for Braden here, where it's like I can contest the snipers, I can match up against them with a little bit of raw damage output, and as well some ambient healing, because that's been some of the most powerful healing in the game so far. Lucio, Kiri, Moira, and ERE is definitely a little bit weaker on the relative power scale. You're absolutely right, but I want to see Braden cook with it. Actually, I might be emerging from this series a true Braden fan.
No, I mean, I like how they've been playing their Mercy, obviously. It is a little bit... Oh, okay. That's just unlucky. But,
Quantum unluckiness. That's why.
yeah, again, it is a little bit difficult to go in. Ooh, nice shot coming in from Pele as well. Going to be able to take down Mr. Gare with a headshot. But what I was saying about Brayden, I mean, it is kind of hard when your team is not clicking on all cylinders to see a good Mercy play. But we've seen them being able to stay alive pretty decently and being able to at least heal their team up and keep things going for as long as they possibly can.
I like the molten core there from Timmy. It makes it certainly makes the defense hold for a little bit longer here. You didn't see any other ultimates expended from Winbird there, which means that they can continue to kind of play their pace here on this section of the map. And with an opening pick on the Lucio and kind of continuous staggers here from Bishop Guilfoyle out as one, even with a high-end Zarya, it's still going to be challenging.
Yeah, as a Pellerin is just going to find another shot on a Timmy there. But again, they need to be able to find more than that, and that is unfortunate. I mean, that is the way Overwatch is meant to play. You need to be able to find more than just one pick, and well, it's just not possible right now. And hopefully, they figure things out going into this next week.
Might still be a chance to turn it around. It definitely looks pretty grim here for Bishop Guilfoyle, though, and with the infrared sights coming up, it's a good opportunity to find a duel, maybe an opening pick, but Mr. Gary continues to secure pick after pick after pick, walking out the doors of First Point Havana. Nice pick from Peller. I'm a true Peller fan. Walking out the doors of First Point Havana has never been truly more harrowing.
Yeah. Honestly, again, I'm going to preach it for my boy Garrett here. If you're looking for a hit scan player for your collegiate Overwatch team,
easy pickup.
Yeah,
Easy
he is still only a junior though, so I mean, he's still got A, time to get better, B, and B, just time to get better. But hey, they are going to open things up here, and off the back of the grab and this tactical visor. That's the ultimate of Soldier 76. But we are going to be seeing some swaps getting back. It is going to be a little bit difficult though. They had to invest everything in there. The Captive Sun is available though.
It is, and it's going to be what has to open up this fight, as well as making sure that Bishop doesn't lose anyone early. DJ Big Man going down is tough, but there is one more support up here to make things happen. Yeah,
as Mr. Gary comes back, Captive Sun is out. It is going to connect to a couple, but the Molten Core there as well to help finish things off. Winbird take the map and the series in a 2-0 fashion.
I would say unsurprisingly good stuff from Winbird, right? Because after all these years, after all these seasons, we've come to expect really nothing less than really just absolutely S-tier gameplay from Winbird and their team as a whole, and especially from Mr. Gary, who manages to secure these absolutely nutty eliminations in every series since we started watching him.
Yeah.
But I want to praise Bishop Guilfoyle. Like I mentioned earlier, I really liked you guys' approaches. I really liked the compositions that they ended up on, especially for that first map and a half. It was Ilios both rounds, and then what they that Reinhardt composition. I thought I saw some really nice responses to the way that Winbird was playing. Walking into Hanzo spam is super challenging, but when you find the angle that lets you at least walk into a little bit less of it than the alternative angle, right? That main straightaway or that opening doors, right, of Havana, then I think we get to see Bishop Guilfoyle do a lot more. It's definitely not the most like fulfilling loss here, Joker. But I think that Bishop Guilfoyle as a result are going to look even better next time we get to see them.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Again, it is still very early in the game. This season. I mean, they still have a few weeks. It doesn't end till the week of May 4th. So I mean, you've got a lot of time to figure it out, figure out what works for you, and hopefully come back stronger in the weeks coming. Because again, it will tell the tale of the character of the team if they can come back, figure out what went wrong, and try to build on it and try to build for the future. Because again, it's just only week 2. There's still so much more, 8 more weeks to go, Mr. Lord Thethan. However, we are going to head to a break before we head into our next matchup. So stick around. You are not going to want to miss more high school Overwatch right after this.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now. That new support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Composition of the defense matrix does not last long. And they're essentially down to take plus 460. From the back line,
60!
4. Oh my goodness! What a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets, holy moly, that's straight out of toast. Like we wanted to see it, it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Touch tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now.
Okay.
That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Ooh.
Mid tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh,
And
nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their footing.
You'll find some amazing value.
Killed the combo with Ghost Red. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because, you know, someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, you know, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
Gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, you know, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go! It takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the dragon shall consume all! They're not big with a triple kill on the narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement? You've lost DBSF. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the crowd's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with DBSF's help, and they're able to get that resident.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tech, so again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that you support your Alari for Sunrise.
opposition that Defense Matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 60. 60! Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets, holy moly, that's straight out of Toast. He likely wanted to see it. It's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Oh.
Mid tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh,
And
nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through at all. Spectral, opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regained their
You'll find some amazing value.
Forest Hills has been just so far by having to be again the jump of the tire around the backside. Look at it! Team kill the combo with Ghost Red. Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because, you know, someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, you know, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade it back in from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, you know, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
Oh,
There you go. It takes so much to get rid of Tracker, but when it eventually happens, it's great! But the Dragon shall consume all! Paradox with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement. You've lost EBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible, but the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard some things.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tech, so again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt as well.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari and Rissa. One of the better combos in the game now that do support your Alari for Sunrise.
composition you said Defense Matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take plus 460. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but Jets! Holy moly, that's straight out of Tony. He likely wanted to see it. It's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blizzard has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Oh.
I mean, Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh,
And
nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectral and Opening Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regained their
Still find some amazing value.
Forest Hills defend this so far by having to again the jump on the tire. Around the backside. Look at it! Team kill the combo with Ghost Man! Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it more. Logan plays. My
fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous. Llama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be playing. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade it back in from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. And it takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great. But the dragon shall consume all. Paradox Day with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Well, this.
Engagement. You've lost DBS Dip. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible, but the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with DBS Dip's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
The self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boards fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tank. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
They take each other, kind of pushing. It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice, huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is time to go into our next matchup of the afternoon. We've got a Division 1 matchup between Forest Hills and Gateway here, and we're ready to start it off in a few short moments. But hey, let's first take a look at this new Forest Hills lineup that we are seeing a somewhat new iteration of. We got on the side of Forest Hills, we got JB Bommel, Brain Drain, Bloodhound. Those are the names you know, as well as Oliver. But Toasty Boy, a new name coming into the mix for this Forest Hills Overwatch team.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here. Really excited.
And they walk right into the oncoming.
Can't see it, but you know, for Overwatch players, we know that that's a big deal. The unattainable level 5 endorsement means that they're a wholesome player. Honestly, we take a look at the roster for Gateway, but
High percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
But it's going to be Logan Plays, Project 5, Exodus, Emerald, Neverfay. I think Emerald and Project might be the newer names, or I'm just a schizophrenic old man and I can't quite remember you guys, in which case I apologize. But at the very least, a lot of these players are going to be the same as we've seen from a couple of seasons now. And honestly, the level of gameplay that I expect from both of these rosters at this point is probably on the higher side of that which I expect from all of the TEC teams. These are teams, veteran teams comprised of veteran players, and I'm really excited to see how two, long-standing, highly reputable teams end up clashing against each other this early in the spring season.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see these two teams go head-to-head in a few short moments. And interestingly enough, both these teams are locking the Orisa right now.
That is really interesting. She's good. I mean, she's okay. Someone on ranked ladder, you might lock Orisa, and someone on ranked ladder, especially if it's me, is going to go, Orisa's mid right now. But she's fun. You can just push W in a direction and just walk on people. And that's what we're going to get to see Exodus and Oliver both do here in the first fight.
Yeah, as they're going to be seeing the fights. I like this play coming in from Toasty Boy, who's on the Ash here. It is going to be kind of difficult going into things, as right now the rotation looking to come through onto the point from Gateway, as they are going to set up quite easily with the help of that teleporter onto the point. As now things are looking up and up for the side of Gateways, but they've got to be able to deal with the low amount of healing, as Neverfay is going to be able to take down Toasty Boy first and foremost, and that should help them solidify on the point for the moment. It's a nice javelin spin, takes Oliver off the side of the map there and helps him solidify the point.
Yeah, just a super long, drawn-out poke phase, and eventually Forest Hills has to lose that. That's the nature of the composition that they're running right now, and we're going to get some sustenance exchanged for a little bit of damage amplification here. Brain Drain moving from the Mercy to the Moira. We've already talked a little bit about how good Moira is, or at least how good people feel like she is, and honestly, we're getting to see a little bit here from Gateway. Look at Emerald. They're so close to that first ultimate, and if they are able to build it in this next fight, we're going to see it used to help shut down Forest Hills, but that's a banger opening pick.
Yeah, it really is going to be a lot of that sustained damage coming in, and Neverfay goes off down, as well as Zuvius goes down as JB Bommel finds that last pick, and it's going to be a nice rotation at the point by Forest Hills.
All right, yeah, good stuff from Forest Hills. Love to see it. And nice picks from Toasty, who we mentioned is making their debut performance here, at least for us. And Never Fade, don't worry, no one saw it, and we don't talk about it. So Gateway's looking really nice with a 64% lead on that objective progress. Some ultimates coming up, some extremely powerful ones, mind you. Part of this next fight is going to resolve based on, oh my goodness, based on whether or not we have a team, actually. It appears as if all of Forest Hills has, I'm sorry, no, all of Gateway, I believe, has disappeared.
Well, that is unfortunate. Indeed. Yeah, that's not good at all, Mr.
Yeah,
Woodbeathan.
it's at least in the lobby, it's presenting to us as Forest Hills versus Gateway. Forest Hills with the Forest Hills roster, and Gateway has but one player, and it's Grove Chicken, actually the coach, and I think program manager for Forest Hills.
Grove Chicken. It's Grovechkin.
If it's Grovechkin, oh my goodness, I can't read. I know him as Ben, and he's cool. Ben, I'm a fan. If you watch these, hello. I miss you already. I say already. It's been months since I've been to Pennsylvania, but I think about all the people that I meet when we've been up there, Joker, for like TechCon and as well the championship series hosted by St. Francis. Fun stuff. There's some cool people up there where you guys are. It makes me feel sometimes a little bit lonely here in Dallas, but hopefully we get hopefully we get Gateway back in the lobby, at least for now, though. I think to spare Joker and you guys the dementia-addled ramblings of a madman such as myself, we're going to send to a short break. And on the other side, hopefully, we'll have a fresh matchup for you guys. Stay with us. Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boris fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck, so again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt as well.
Pushing it. Looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that do support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Composition that Defense Matrix does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 60. Back 60. Oh my goodness! What a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets, holy moly, that's straight out of Toast. Like we wanted to see, and it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but Boxbox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blizzard has tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closest spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Oh.
Mid-tank is down. As a Sigma player, there's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, guys!
It's not letting the shatter go through at all. Spectron, only Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal.
Oh, big
This
flux.
is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Boba the Pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their footing.
You'll find some amazing value.
Forest Hills, they've been consistently tilted so far in the fight. Have to be again the double entire around the backside. Was gonna Team killed combo with Ghost Man. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5.
All right, it looks like
Logan
we've
plays,
got
in fact,
everyone
catching
back
the number in a
into
junk crash to
lobby
finish out the
here,
fight, so another
and
great
we
start
will
here
be
for-
heading back into the game after an unfortunate disconnect came in, but we're ready to go in.
Yeah, ready to get back at it, and let's see if Gateway is able to adjust here well enough. We had last we left off, we were actually talking about some ultimates that were coming up online, and now none of those are available for the side of Gateway because we're launching right back into the map. So they're gonna have to play this next fight neutral phase really nicely, and possibly let Forest Hills waste a couple of things.
Yeah, as Emerald is going to be able to take the JB Bommel as well, and Exuvius has found a pick, and this might just be on the head. Coming in, Gateway are going to find all the picks they need, even in this dry fight, with nothing to invest.
That was impressive. No, that was actually really impressive from Gateway. And honestly, that was always a possibility as well. But it's nice to see kind of those moments that you think on pen and paper, really shouldn't be lost by Gateway. Kind of see it confirmed there. They'll have some ultimates being generated as a result, but JB Balmo will not have the sound barrier to mitigate them, at least if they come up soon. At the very least, right now, Forest Hills has to find a touch of the objective. This is last team fight territory.
Yeah, as now they come in for the play. They are going to be able to rotate in. There's the overclock in from Bloodhound, but they're taken down immediately. This is just looking all Gateway all the time right now as the picks just keep going their way. Coalescence on point, but a nice javelin throw from Exuvius takes him out of it. The overtime bar ticks away. Round number 1 goes to Gateway.
I mean, I could navigate the TEC website here, which by the way, I'm sure the players and staff all use, but it's a really cool looking platform right now. It's gone through some evolutions, in fact, like since last season. I highly recommend you guys check it out. So I can navigate the website right now and take a look at all the teams, but really I know a lot of them off the top of my head. Central Cambria, West Branch, Gateway, Winber, Forest Hills, and I think a couple of others. Those are the teams to beat, right? And so for Gateway to come back into a lobby that they disconnected from, didn't have ultimates, won a really clean neutral fight, held the point afterwards, I really just ought to cap all of that off with, it's unsurprising. These teams are so good, man.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with you here, and I'm interested to see as we go in on 12 for the change come. Yeah, the Forest Hills comp is an interesting look at it. I'm interested to see how Toasty Boy does on this Tracer here.
Yeah, Tracer's a really good character right now. I would call her free if we were playing on Ranked Ladder. That's not quite true. She's still very challenging, very intensive. And Symmetra's interesting. I'm really excited to see Symmetra used to lock down this point. It's not something we see often.
Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing Logan get a lot of good value with the Symmetra, and they're already getting so high charged. They just blow up Toasty Boy already, just melting them down, like you said. Coming in, just it was Logan.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I might have said Denji Renji Des back when I was watching anime. I think that's how you say microwave in Japanese, and or at least something along the lines of I'm being microwaved, which is the call when you're getting sim beamed down, and definitely what Forest Hills is saying to each other against Logan plays right now. Now looking for an aerial battle against Bloodhound with those right clickies. They're more reliable than you think.
And then the teleport onto the high ground. What is this aggression from Logan Plays? They are just going to get taken down, though, by a nice projectile beam or a focusing beam coming in from Bloodhound now into the backline. Can Bloodhound go? Looking to take down more as a nice play comes in. They are able to take him out. Still, things are looking good somewhat for this Gateway squad, as Neverface is going to take down Brain Drain. It is going to be traded back, so this is an opportunity. The Pulse Bomb coming out as well, going to be able to take Emerald out. But now with Logan back from spawn, setting up their turrets, they might be able to hold on for a little bit longer, but the numbers are in the favor of Forest Hills. But if they cannot kill these members of Gateway before they come back, this is going to be a tough ask to hold on. But Logan's so low, going to get blown up by the sticky bombs, and it looks like finally Forest Hills are able to take over the point.
I love watching Logan just fire out little tiny right clickies from the sim there. And yeah, the point is going to flip in favor of Forest Hills. They've got ultimates to help them hold on to it. Gateway is not going to get disconnected this round, and so we'll get to see what the ultimate exchange looks like between both of these teams. Forest Hills, if you guys don't open this fight up with Tactical Visor, things are going to get really rough for them as the fight goes on. So let's see how this goes.
Now, we've seen a swap over to... Yeah, we're gonna see here the play gonna come in already with the copy over to the Soldier 76 for Bloodhound. That's just not gonna be enough for Forest Hills to come back into this as Gateway on the back of Exuvius, who's just been such a good front line with this Orisa, is just able to take back the point quite quickly.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed the window as well from JB Bommel, which is tough because I really wanted to see like an expert window from them. And they probably placed one just unable to be capitalized on by the rest of Forest Hills, and now they have to touch 85%. It means that you're going to need a touch on that objective and maybe an open pick here that isn't onto one of your very own Tracer players.
The good thing is they have the Valkyrie that's Brain Drain has popped early on, but they got to be able to find more, and Toasty Boy going down is not what you wanted to see. Neverface with the TAC Visor coming in clutch for the Gateway. They find 3 with it and find the first map victory their way.
Yeah, really nice, and it's one of those matchups as well that you feel like, you know, the 2-0 score isn't quite representative of how the series actually went. It's definitely representative of how well Logan played here today. Really pleased with the Symmetra. I wouldn't even describe her as a sleeper pick. I would just say don't pick her. And so to see not only Logan succeeding really nicely on that character, I mean, she's not bad enough that you shouldn't pick her. She's just not Sojourn or Tracer or Echo.
Or Ash.
Yeah, exactly. And so to see Logan succeed on that character and see the team really enabled and be enabling in the context of that composition was really cool. You know, Joker, though, heading into Havana, I would say don't pick the sim. But if we're going to see some wacky teleport strats in Havana, like, I'm going to buckle in, man. That sounds fun.
No, I definitely could work. Again, it isn't, like you said, not the preferred composition for a map like Havana, but it could definitely work and definitely it would be definitely favored on the defense as well. But we shall definitely see how they decide to attack and defend this, because it definitely seems like a pre-planned thing. Again, it is, if you don't have the idea of how to defeat the symmetric composition, it is quite hard to beat.
Yeah. Because what are your options? Walk into the comp and get microwaved? Okay, that's tough. We can't do that. Okay, so we'll off angle. You know, we'll go somewhere else on the map and try to set up some kind of more or less elaborate flank. Oh, but Joker, there's a turret over there, and not only did we take a little bit of damage from it, invoking the DPS passive, 20% healing reduction for the next 5 seconds, but also with changes that have come into Symmetra's teleporters, they actually also scout, so you'll get pinged every time one of those. Sorry, I said teleporter. Every time one of those turrets touches you. Okay, so we can't off angle. You know, maybe we'll just put a shield up and try to, you know, mitigate a little bit of damage and see if we can snipe them down. Well, and now Logan has like 80 energy and it is burning through our barriers, right? So you're beginning to see the conundrum of playing against a symmetric composition. And here in Havana, I'm so excited to see Gateway do well. But really, from Forest Hills, I'm super excited to see some really easy adaptations. You know, just a little bit of patience, engaging at the the right times, playing by each other's timings, right? Go in once you have stickies and rock and dynamite and ammo, right? And then opt out of every other engagement, right? So that's possible that we see Forest Hills make that adjustment and therefore make Gateway a little bit less effective. But Gateway's cooking. I'm ready, Joker. I'm ready to see it.
Too. I am too. You know, I just realized we don't have Shade Central in this tournament. But sorry, it just literally just came up to mind and I had to say it before I forgot it. But hey, they're already starting out yet again here as Gateway. Neverface found Bloodhound, and the rest of the team is going to just go in and collapse on the remaining members of Forest Hills. Still interesting. Logan is on the Symmetra, and it's still working for this for Gateway right now.
Some highly effective dives, kind of war on two fronts kind of deal. Nothing quite as historic truly happening here, but definitely some really good discipline that we're getting to see from all these players. You know that Gateway is calming really, really well right now. You know that Exodus is calling every target that they dive, and Logan is telling the team where every TP is going, which is really good to see. The clean gameplay really manifests itself so clearly for us.
Yeah, definitely. As Exuvius has already taken a high ground away from Forest Hills at the moment, and now they're going to just be dealt with the Symmetra beams coming in, taking Toasty Boy down, as Exuvius is going to get a little bit overzealous in there. The bubble placement does not help them at all. This change over to the Symmetra coming in from Bloodhound is just not going to find the damage that you were hoping for. Now they are trying to hold it out. Coalescence coming in from Emerald, pushing forward ever more is Gateway. And that just seems to be, giving them a lot of positioning. They do lose Neverfay, though. Toasty Boy coming back from spawn, taking out. Neverfay is huge, but still, they've got to be able to deal with more. And Logan Plays is now on the high ground with a level 3 turret. The level 3 beam, and that is just going to just be so much damage. And Exuvius as well with a Primal Rage, just finding everyone in that small room, taking them all down, as that is going to be that, as we've seen a swap over to the Bastion for Bloodhound.
Yeah, and I like that approach from Bloodhound, just like, pump the team full of damage. You could also accomplish something very similar with a Reaper or Torbjorn. Both of those are very popular characters, mainly because, it takes very little effort to impose the DPS passive. Again, that's the 20% healing reduction for the next 5 seconds. And so I like what Bloodhound is doing here. I mentioned Joker at the beginning. I'm like, Forest Hills, they just got to make some, I called it easy adaptations. But when you're playing against a sim, it really cannot be understated how difficult it can be to navigate around a good sim comp. And Gateway is playing really well. So no wonder Forest Hills is going to be struggling a little bit. You've got a couple of different angles being taken by Exodus here, and able to jump in and then just get out with no punishment.
Yeah, it's just a huge play, because now they're just in the back line, wondering about someone else, wondering about Emerald. They do take Emerald out, but now they've lost Oliver in the meanwhile, so this is just not looking good for them yet again. You need to be able to keep your Sigma alive. You need to be able to keep your tank alive, and yeah, that wall just starts them off yet again. However, now Bloodhound is just going to be able to pump in so much damage. They use the Tactical Visor. Neverfay goes down in the midst of it, and they're not going to be able to find anything with it, so they just have to teleport out.
Marvelous stuff that we got to see from Forest Hills there in that fight. I really liked the ultimate exchange. Logan Plays punished a little bit for, honestly, what was a really good wall, what just ended up being kind of mistimed, in fact. Exodus diving in is a little bit ambitious. They're not close enough to the Primal to justify being so deep, and they should die for this. Forest Hills, get aggressive and get in there, get this pick, and see if the fight can be won from there. No, Joker, the fight continues.
Yeah, as JB Bommel is going to come in and take Emerald out already. So that just might be some more time off the clock here for Forest Hills on this defense. As now they're going to force out Transcendence from Project 44. As now they are going to be able to keep pushing forward, though. They're investing in the Primal Rage, but now not having anything with the Grid of Flux, they lose Logan. This is still very winnable for Forest Hills, especially if Bloodhound can keep things going their way. But the damage is going to come through. Project 544 going to be able to take them out. Rez coming through in from Brain Drain, and this is going to help solidify the hold of Toasty Boy's performance.
And oh my lord, Forest Hills stabilizes that? That's insane. That's incredible. How long do they get to do so, Joker? This this monkey composition, the Symmetra, it's making things very challenging, and Exodus realizes that they're taking a lot of damage, and oh no, Emerald got left behind! So they're going to swap onto the Orisa, which definitely is going to open things up. I like forcing the window on high ground here for Gateway.
Yeah, they force the window out and as they just teleport away, and now they don't really have a good sight line to use it any longer. JB Bommel trying to pump down Never Faye with some shots from their gun. They've got to be able to find a pick, and they've got to confirm one now, especially with the tactical visor, and they're able to do so. Bloodhound gets the follow-up, finds 2 already, and the res comes back onto Oliver, as they are going to go down in the end, but it's not looking too hot for this push yet again, especially with Emerald falling down, taken away from the grenade as the players are trying to run away from Gateway, but they are just being met with the insane amount of damage from Bloodhound.
Yeah, insane, and you've got Brain Drain back on the Mercy. I mean, they've been Mercy for a very long time, and so you've got the damage amplification on top of it, DPS penalty plus the damage amp. You're looking at just so much healing that you need to supply, and Zenana may make that very challenging.
Ooh, and a huge pick coming in from Toasty Boy yet again. I'm really liking what we see from this new player, from this Forest Hills squad. Continuing to step up for them so far, but they've got to be able to find more value as they do get a nice anti-need, but they're just not able to confirm any kills as Exuvius is out of the fight already, and which was once a very big time bank for Gateway is down under 60 seconds now.
Yeah, it's this harrowing third point here for Havana. Harrowing position there that Oliver was in, but even more so that Logan is in. Definitely going to stagger, but you know they got theirs. You got 45 seconds though, so here for Gateway, you gotta think about resetting, and as well you gotta think about what ults you're going to use. Really, just how you're going to use the one that you have, and what ultimates you have to play around from Forest Hills, including the window. Look, JB Bomb was so close to that. As long as he doesn't die, Forest Hills is looking good to continue holding this incredibly difficult choke to break.
Yeah, definitely. This is looking really good for them to start things off in the right way, but the Flux is going to miss from Oliver. They do find Project 544, who's trying to build up somehow, some way to that Transcendence for this last fight, and now they don't have that healing. They don't have the Discord Orb, and the Tactical Visor coming in from Toasty Boy is going to get that healing, and they found out Emerald, and they're getting it taken down in the midst of the Gravitic Flux. Is the Terra Surge, sorry. Toasty Boy is going to be able to find 3 there, and they are able to hold on. Forest Hills stop them on the doorstep of point number 3.
No, Joker, both of these teams are actually so good. If Overwatch is almost entirely timing and map control, both of these teams are making an absolute killing of what they're doing right now. It's challenging as well, because honestly, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking Forest Hills kind of should have lost that last fight, right? The window was a little bit too early, and it's Oliver's brand new, and I'm already picking on them. That's so sad. But you know, Oliver wasn't able to get anything with the Flux, right? Yeah. To me, it looked less like a whiff and more like, you know, it was just not timed quite as correctly, both ultimates, right? Just a little bit too early to control the space that they were looking to against Gateway, right? You could have waited a little bit longer. But then you've got Toasty and Brain Drain with the Tactical Visor late into the fight after Exodus has popped the only ultimate that Gateway has. Isn't that Forest Hills playing their timing well? And that's really the matchup when it comes to a map here like Havana. The long sightlines, we talk about how, oh no, it's another episode of they have a Sig and we do not. Well, Gateway's making it work without a Sigma, and both teams are making it work without snipers. So At that point, it's map control. You don't have it because you don't have the SIG, you don't have the snipers, but you do have the timing from both of these teams. And it's really going to be what makes this series a little bit closer, or at least feel much closer than it's perhaps going to end up being.
I'm just really, I'm just thinking about what is Emerald cooking currently with the
Weaver?
Yeah, the Weaver pick. It was good for a little bit. Not so good anymore, I would say. But hey, we'll see how it works for them in the end. But the healings, you gotta be able to pump a lot more healing than Life Weaver can really give you, especially when you're running a Zenyatta. But still, they need to be able to take this fight because they're giving up so much free space already to this Forest Hill squad. Finally, dropping down is Exuvius, but Emerald cannot join them there as JB Bomb was able to find him with a couple of shots from their assault rifles. Yeah, this is still looking good for the Forest Hill squad right now. They've got to make some, Gateway's got to make some changes.
Gateway definitely needs to at least play slow for now. Project overextending just a little bit out the door, bailed out by the defense matrix from Exodus. Really nice peel, but we need a nicer touch here of the objective as it rolls into that first point capture zone. Gateway not on a sturdy enough foundation to really find a footing good enough to help them continue holding this point. That's going to be a forfeit of the first objective as Corsos continues making headway here into the Dom Robotical distillery.
Yeah, and they're finding these late stagger kills as well, which is not good watch for your distillery hold. That is a very good place to hold if you are this Gateway squad, but Exuvius needs to stay alive. You need to get back with your team. I don't know why you're trying to fight it out right now. They are just getting chunked down. They're giving ult charge away, and you're about to get demeched as well. You are getting that healing from the orb and now Logan's going to be able to take down Bloodhound. It's going to be traded back though. You've got to be able to find something out as Project 544 is now gone. Self-destruct coming in from Exuvius. It is going to find Oliver. You've got to be able to keep things going their way. They are going to try to get a remech kill. Not going to happen, and you lose your health of your mech as well. They are going to find JB Bomb, but losing their mech yet again. Still, Coalescence comes through, and that should help them solidify the point for the moment. Transcendence being invested to keep Emerald alive and hold on to the point for the moment.
How interesting. I would love to get my hands on the replay codes for this. Honestly, I let them cook. Let Gateway cook. They're making some interesting decisions. The Transcendence aptly timed for the tactical visor from Toasty. The self-destruct onto Oliver. Some really nice kills. Some nice timings. Good map control there from Exodus. Even despite the sacrifices that they made in terms of their HP and ultimate generation, this might be at least holdable for a little bit longer for Gateway.
Yeah, it definitely could. They've got ultimates like you were talking about, but yeah, it's going to be hard with the ultimates coming online from Forest Hills as well, especially if they can land a nice Gravitic Flux. And then it's going to come out here. They're going to be using the Immortality Field a little bit earlier, and Logan's going to go down. The healing needs to be there onto Exuvius to keep them in this fight. And however, they are going to lose it, and they don't invest any more ultimates. It's huge for Forest Hills.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? They've got 2, nearly 3 ultimates. They will actually, have 3 ultimates here for this next fight, and as well, you saw some costs spent, and as well as stagger elimination here on second point. Emerald going to be way late through this next fight. Logan as well can't TP through walls, but you might be able to break an ankle.
That would have been huge. That would have been insane if they got out of there, but that's just not going to be possible right now. Exuvius is trying to build up to this self-destruct. They could open things up wholly if they can get a self-destruct.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
To push the shift button sometimes.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
That is unfortunate. But there's 2 minutes to go, and they still have ultimates to hold on. And the Photon Barrier is in a perfect placement now. They have to go in this Gateway squad, as Oliver is going to be caught out because of it. As another pick comes their way, and this is the start of a nice hold coming the way of Gateway. Even though you might not like the use of that Coalescence, you're able to get everyone health healed back up quickly.
No, Gateway is so much fun to watch. A lot of it, honestly, at times looks compensatory, right? It's like you know, we see staggers emerge from Emerald and Logan plays, and then they come back out. They get a really marvelous contest of the objective, stonewall Forest Hills in their tracks, and they say, "Don't worry, it was all part of the plan." And now part of the plan includes a Transcendence from Project 544, who, by the way, is a Zen to keep a keen eye on this season. The Zenyatta gameplay from them so far has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, especially since the way the Zen is currently. I mean, it's a very... Ooh, and Logan's going to catch out Bloodhound, too. That's huge. But yeah, the way Zenyatta is right now, it's in a very good state. It might not be Moira Lucio, but it's still a very good backline at the moment, and especially finding Never Fade, finding Oliver going down, the Transcendence being invested to keep everyone up and healthy. Exuvius needs to build up to this ultimate, though. 30 seconds remaining, and they need to get back in the map.
I think Gateway is still going to get to hold here, though. You know, even without the mech, even with the ultimates that are on standby, I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'd love to get my hands on these replay codes, but there's something about the way that Gateway has been playing this that is simply magical for them to get a last fight win and a full hold of second.
Oh, when they're so close, but Project 544 goes down. Toasty Boy with the tactical visor to save everything, perhaps. Self-destruct has been built up. They've got to stay on point, and Oliver cannot.
What
and they're
is
double
Gateway?
Oh my goodness, Exuvius comes in clutch, killing 4 in the end. Gateway takes the map and the series in a 2-0 fashion.
Definitely a weird one today. Between Forest Hills and Gateway, it's definitely weird. And no, like I said, there's something magical about the way that that Gateway played this afternoon.
Bro, this is crazy.
Absolutely incredible stuff.
Damn, Goomba Stomp.
Yeah, on 2, no less. On Brain Drain and JB Bommel. That's not a bad series from Forest Hills. We got to see a lot of really absolutely correct things from them, whether it was the timing or the spacing, if it was the ultimate combos, or you know what the risks that they were and weren't willing to take. Really good stuff from Forest Hills, and I've missed you guys. I've missed watching y'all, and it's good to have some new faces as well to take a look at. But talking about new faces, Joker, Project. Maybe I'm old and my memory doesn't work, but I don't remember Project very well, and holy, I'm not gonna forget them after today.
Yeah, very good stuff from the Zenyatta. Like I was saying, in a pretty good spot at the moment. Again, it isn't. I mean. With the emergence of Moira, it's not the top of the line anymore, but still very good, especially in these tiers where you're looking to get everything going. And you can make so much difference with that Discord or with that extra damage that can come through from the Zenyatta slot. Yeah, so I'm really interested to see how Gateway can keep going forward, especially off the back. And I really like Never Fade as well. It was really good on that Soldier 76 for Gateway. So it's definitely someone to keep an eye on going forward into the season. We are going to head to a break, though, before our next match between Boyertown and Portage. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss more Overwatch right after this.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boyertown fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck. Again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
They take each other, pushing. It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice, huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice, huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that he's support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Opposition good. Defense Matrix does not last long. And they're essentially down to take one more. 60! Right from the back line, 60! Oh my goodness! What a play from the start! There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets! Holy moly! That's straight out of toast. Like we wanted to see it. It's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Tennis tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Oh.
I mean, Tank is down. As a Sigma player, there's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Odin Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Go to Pancakes, about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Force Hills, they regain their
Find some amazing value.
Killed combo with Ghostman. Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
Triple kill for the Juggernaut. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous. Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier stuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually your focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. there's no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan goes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
There's the death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. And it takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great. But the dragon shall consume all. Paradox Thing with a triple kill on the narrow. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
engagement? You've lost DBSF. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with DBSF's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, Hello There fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard something.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the tech, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice. Huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice. Huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now that you support hero Alari for Sunrise.
composition good defense matrix does not last long, and you're essentially down to take plus 460. From the back line,
60!
Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets, holy moly, that's straight out of Tony. Like we wanted to see it, it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Tennis tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Ooh.
The tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Odin Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam. down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their
You'll find some amazing value.
Kill the combo with Ghostman! Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
There's nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan.
Hello everyone, welcome back. It is time for our next matchup of the evening, afternoon, whatever way you want to view it. We've got Boyertown versus Portage area, as we are about to start it off again. We are starting out on Ilios because that is our set map pool, but let's first take a look at this new Portage squad we got a glimpse at last week before our tech issues hit, as we've got on this roster Aiden. Is that Aiden? I'm blind.
It is
I'm a one.
the self-destruct is a
I know
nice
it's
thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're aboard.
Oh,
yeah.
they walk right into the oncoming.
But we do know that by their gamer tags, it's going to be Frozen Slurp. Reaper 7081, I think, was actually featured on highlights this week. On Gamer, Secret Damage, Six-Mass, you're right, Jeff. We got a little sneak Reaper at the Portage area.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion R2.
Yeah. And I loved him. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love Portage.
Why does it say? I'm so confused. Why does the roster graphics say eat it? They set me up for failure.
They did.
Ethan.
They did. They didn't want you to succeed today, Joker.
They did
No
not
one
want.
did.
They wanted me to look dumb and silly goose on broadcast.
I know, and for an Overwatch caster, so a position of such elegance and refinement.
Exactly. But then on the side of Boyertown here, we've got Death Sky Jelly, Junkrat, Mina, Kruger, and Nugget. And we'll see how they go into this. I like Death on this Doomfist. We'll see how it works for them here.
I think that's actually what one of the moves is for Saitama in One Punch Man, which, by the way, got its 3rd season trailer. Very cool, it looks like, and also, you know, one of the skins that you've got for Doomfist as well. So Death, hopefully going to be delivering some Death here in this first round.
Yeah, we're going to go in here already, as Death is going to be taken away from it. And here, certain Death, as a nice hack does come through. Reaper almost does take down Nugget. They are going to get the follow-up kill, though, from Kruger. Thanks to it, though, however, still trying to hold on to us. A nice slam did come in from Six Pass. Gets a lot of people low, and they are going to be able to force back Boyertown for the moment. As now they are going to go in yet again with a slam. They've got their Sombra back from spawn. Does Boyertown. They need to be able to find picks, and well, Kruger is going to do so with the Ash, which is so well tuned at the moment. The hack does come through. Frozen Slurp is now down, and Death is still looking for value, and it looks like they are going to be able to get it. Nugget gets in with a virus kill, and the rest of its history is Boyertown is going to come in and take the point.
I absolutely think that Boyertown's composition is a little bit easier to play than Portage's composition. I really like the ball. I'll tell you what I really like is actually Reaper 7081 on the Cassidy. Their fan the hammers are so good. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, we might have to see Six Pass move away from the Wrecking Ball quite early here as Nuggets focusing them down with all their abilities here. As Blonde Gamer is taken down immediately, but it doesn't seem to be enough. As the rest of Portage are able to come in and get these kills necessary. Minefields are not going to be a problem, however, any longer from the slam of Death. But they are going to get that sound barrier out from Secret Nano, which is probably not necessary, but still allows Portage to get back into the graces of the point.
Six Paths playing around the counterplay that Death and Nugget have in store for them really nicely. You know, the minefield doesn't get as many elims or as much damage as you want, but really for you to just be a big distraction and absorbing these cooldowns, super important role that Six Paths is playing here.
Yeah, Meteor Shark did come through and Reaper's gone. Now with the Tree of Life on the point should allow Boyertown to stabilize on the point here. I expect, I still think we see a swap coming in from Six Pass soon here. Just because it just doesn't seem to be really working for them, but the res is going to come in onto them to bring them back into things here. Death is quite low, going to be able to get out, not going to be able to find a pick, but Frozen Slurp a little bit overly advantageously positioned. Not going to be able to find anything for now. Is still trying to hold on. Nugget very low, not going to go. Secret Nano finds a shot to the dome from Kruger. Still, things are looking good. It's a nice coach gun away. Kruger staying alive. Blonde Gamer does find Death. That Eye coming in as well. Just rotating away. Sky Jelly's going to be found out. Still, there is an opportunity for Portage to come back into this. They need to be able to find the picks, however, as they are trying to find the shot. Six Paths doing well to disrupt the remaining members of Boyertown. Just still avoiding it out, still holding strong on the point for the moment, but still they did get the point back into their favor. Did Portage still gonna go down? Kruger finding the pick back on the Reaper, and in response they are gonna is Boyertown coming back with the Bob onto the point, and Death's found Frozen Slurp in that means in the midst of all of that, and a nice re-engage is gonna come in off the back of all the alt dump coming in from Boyertown.
I really like these fast, frenetic, back and forth picks on both sides, ultimate exchange kind of fights for Joker, because it means that I can just lean back and enjoy the show and watch you talk about you know, big moves like the EMP and the sound barrier dropping, the coalescence being deployed, and we get to listen to that if the round hadn't ended. So much to my chagrin, moving to the next map and an opportunity for me to just talk about, like, oh wow, this matchup is a really good one. Portage has actually made all of their matchups look really good in their opening weeks. Their debut, by the way, in the TEC High School Overwatch series, and so really pleased with how close this match has been. Ultimately, Boyertown just having a really ironclad identity and a really knowledgeable way to play it, as well as some really big pop-off moments from Kruger. I love the tree from Sky Jelly, and as well Death Doomfist. Can't be understated. Really liked what I've been seeing from Boyertown, and I think it's a pretty suitable response to Portage. Portage gonna opt into maybe something that's more conventional, although I don't know that I say with confidence it is here on Ilios well, the map of environmental elims, Lucio and Roadhog's playgrounds, and we see Six Paths on the Sigma, which is interesting. It's off of the ball, so you lose that disruptive factor, but you do have a shield to help block the hog hooks that are going to send you into the drink.
Yeah, as nice coming in yet again from Nugget, taking Frozen Slurp out immediately. Yep, and see you later. Yeah, the see you later voice line really just set it all up for me there. But Death is gonna get life ripped away for the moment, gonna get killed back up thanks to the take a breather as a hook comes through and takes out Blonde Gamer. That's just not looking like to be possible. Secret Nano will try to go around the back, try to find a pick with their boop, but not gonna be able to do so. Still fighting it out, fighting for supremacy at the moment. The damage is coming in. Secret Nano is gonna get caught out though by the trap of Death, and that should be the point going their way with a nice hook into the well from Death.
Should be. And again, just want to praise Nugget. It's a really clean opening pick. I mean, everything about it was almost absolutely perfect from my POV. So really excited to see Nugget on the Sombra, and there was just, you know, really weird bug there, you know, that they died. inexplicable, but we won't see it again.
Hopefully not, as right now things are looking really good for this Boyertown squad. The Coalescence is going to come in early on. Death yet again coming in. Critic Flux is going to be invested here. Life ripped away. As Junkrat is going to find another play pick with the Moira, which is, we won't talk about being named Junkrat and being playing Moira. This is
no,
ridiculous.
can we talk about that actually?
It's ridiculous.
Can we talk about being named Junkrat Minaj and we don't get to see them on Junkrat? It's probably what makes Boyertown my least favorite team. No, someone's gonna clip that and actually think I hate Boyertown. No.
Yeah, you're getting clipped out of context, buddy, and that's gonna be me who does it. But now they do. You invest the life, the tree of life there from Sky Jelly. Now the EMP is gonna come in from the back here. Perhaps they've got them all set up for it, but not gonna be investing it. It was an interesting decision from Nugget. Death is gonna go down to the drink now. No, still just debating me every single time with a teleporter in. They again might not even need it here. They find 6 pass out and are gonna be able to hold on for the time being.
I mean, I saw at least like 2 or 3 good EMP opportunities, and the fact that Nugget doesn't need to take any of them is a huge boon here for Boyertown. Fantastic stuff on the Sober. I am a true fan. And Sky Jelly is picking up theirs too.
Yeah, Sky Jelly coming in, Junkrat Minaj as well. But and this is just going to be so difficult to walk into. They've got Bob, they've got EMP. The hack is going to not get in, and no one's going to be able to touch. EMP is just not even needed, as Boyertown are going to come in with the victory for the first round.
Yeah, really loved Boyertown's look there. And, you know, that's not to say that, you know, Portage... I actually really liked the compositions that Portage was running. You know, I know that the Mercy Lucio has been a point of great contention, especially back in that Overwatch 1 era, where that was a very popular but ill-suitable backline for a lot of situations. And it's definitely, honestly, Mercy Lucio is really good right now. I would say that, you know, Mercy's one of those characters that she's just kind of like perpetually in a weird state. You've got 2 significant contingencies of the player base. You have the Mercy players, which actually does make up a pretty significant contingency.
Show the clip.
Who, you know, want... well,
show the clip from Season 9. The Mercy hitboxes.
Don't show the clip. That was terrifying. But you know, you got a lot of people who want Mercy to be good, and a lot of people who honestly, unfortunately, want Mercy to be bad. Heading into the next map, Havana, Mercy is actually pretty good. So I would love to see Portage continue to run some variation of the Mercy comp. You know, you tether her next to an Asher, Soldier 76, or a Hanzo. Honestly, you know, with the new health changes that have come in, 250 base health for most characters, it means that you can't really one-shot things as Hanzo anymore, even with a headshot, a log straight through the eyes. You actually, but the damage amplification they get from Zenyatta's Discord or Mercy's damage amplification, that does make it a headshot, a one-shot. You know, so maybe we get to see Frozen Slurp tethered to Reaper, which, I mean, whether they're on the Hanzo or the Cassidy, I'm a fan of. I think I've already stated Reaper. Reaper actually might be one of my favorite Portage characters, just because they right-click on Cassidy so much, which is a favorite pastime.
And it's also another problem with this team. We've got Boyertown, Junkrat Minaj is playing Moira.
That's true.
And Reaper is playing Cassidy.
That's true. And Blonde Gamers on Reaper, we talked a little bit about this You know what? Both of these teams are now my least favorite teams, I think. They're gonna have to get it together.
Clip it, chat. Clip it. Clip it and post it.
Oh, no.
Clip it. We've got him saying it. We'll get him banned now. Get him out of here.
Get him out.
I do like this look from Kruger yet again. He was sticking on the Ash, though.
Oh, yeah.
It looked really well with that hero on the first point of Ilios. And, well, they're continuing to look good with 6-pass being caught out immediately. And a nice dynamite is just going to chunk down more as Death is going to find those kills. As Death waits for no one in this realm, as this is just going to continue to be the Boyertown show right now.
Kruger's Ash looks fantastic here on the side ground. I know you already mentioned it, you know, that we like seeing it here, and yeah, absolutely. Reaper's gonna move on to the Bastion. Still the wrong pick, my friend. But you know, you can't really pick the right character since Blonde Gamer's on that one right now, looking possibly to seize the day in a matchup between themselves and Nugget, especially considering how far up Nugget is. Nice Wraith into the back lines, and now with the Sigma, there's a push attainable here by Portage.
And we did mention it last week. Reaper's not even blonde. Come on, man.
That's true.
But the life grip gonna come away onto the high ground. Goes Death. The Terror Surge is up and ready to go. The Long Gamer is kind of close to going down at the moment. The Tree of Life there as well. Bob is open and ready to get into the healing realms of the Tree of Life, and Death did pop the Terror Surge in the midst of all that, finding Frozen Slurp, and the rest of the team are able to capitalize and keep going. Is it down to 2 minutes on the board?
Hey, yo, Sky Jelly has me chuckling with these grippies. Every single live grip has like instinctive response from me has been a quizzical eyebrow raise, but I am loving the value that they're getting on this Life Weaver. That tree was absolutely perfectly cast, and they're fitting in some damage as well, which is always fun to see. You got a lot more ults here coming up from the side of Boyertown, though, that you got to worry about if you are Portage.
Yeah, and a nice grip yet again, bringing him over to the Moira to get that healing, and Kruger finds the dome of Blonde Gamer here. There's the Dynamite in. They are going to find him, however. Nice shots comes through from Reaper. Take down Kruger, take away that sight line. And now with the Gravitic Flux coming out, but it's just not going to find anyone. They've got to be able to find something, but Junkrat Minaj has found Frozen Slurp. Sound Barrier coming in from Secret Nano. It is only going to get onto 3, however, though. They still have an opportunity to keep it going with that over health, but Secret Nano is falling down now. They are going to keep pushing forward. Six Paths is looking for an opportunity, but the Coalescence coming in from Junkrat Minaj might be enough to hold the remaining members of Portage at bay now. Death finding Reaper out, and this might just be enough to keep it going. You can't really do much from the high ground. Death Blossom, though, coming in. Tree of Life coming in to keep things held up, but Secret Nano's made a move over to the Zenyatta and has found 2 picks, looking for a third one with the artillery strike coming in, and on top of Kruger it lands. This might be enough for Portage to finally open it up fully.
Yeah, no, you guys can't see it, but there's a beaming smile on my countenance. Portage possibly finding an angle with which they can get this first point push, but they gotta survive a Death Blossom.
It's just going to be eaten all up. No, maybe not. Frozen Slurp is taken down. That's a huge opening here for this Boyertown squad, and the Bob is going to be able to be invested. Terror Surge coming in as well. Going to take people down so low, and that might just be enough to hold it. It is. The Bob holds him at bay with the help of the Terror Surge coming in from Death as the overtime bar ticks away, stopping him on the doorstep of point number 2.
Oh man, but it was so close there for Portage. I absolutely loved the flash changes onto the Zenyatta from the Lucio after the sound barrier cast. I liked the off angling that we got to see from Blonde Gamer. Reaper and Six Paths both proactive with the swaps, and you know, again, I know that this character gets a lot of hate. I used to be a hater myself, but I'll never tire of some good proactive, attentive Mercy gameplay, and that's what we always get out of all the TEC Mercy players, and Frozen Slurp is no exception to that rule. So Portage has, you know, they have some good heads on those shoulders, and you know, you just need to put them in an environment, give them a matchup where, you know, they're given just a little bit more leeway than they are today against Boyertown. But that's the thing to praise against Boyertown, is that you've got all of these funny, silly, goofy, wacky, kooky things that they're doing, like the life grips from you, Sky Jelly. I'm telling you, man, it's absolutely hilarious watching a Life Weaver. And again, you know, there's so much value from those grips, being able to put people in new positions that they might not have otherwise been able to attain. But Weaver, you look at him in Season 9 and you're like, yeah, there are better characters to be playing. Sky Jelly's out here to prove us wrong. So I love it. And it means that Boyertown, with these unconventional picks, with these funny, kooky plays, still able to lock out Portage. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, no, I was definitely thinking about that. Like, oh, okay. Secret Nano just gonna find the pick on a Nugget already. And I think really they are just looking to play around EMP here from Nugget. They've got a lot of time to go.
Oh my
gosh, that's a max range punch if I've ever seen it. Death coming in. Yeah, again, the Angel of Death for this Boyertown squad. It's just looking so good on this Doomfist, and that might just be the point done and the series done.
Quite possibly. There's an opportunity here for the 3 remaining members to find a touch, an early pick, or a contest of some kind at the last minute. 6PASD, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't roll back out on the Wrecking Ball, but they are going to stay the Sigma, which is definitely for longevity's sake a wise idea.
Yeah, it is going to be really hard to get value, though, from Death's Doomfist here with the Junkrat, or the Bastion swap, I should say. It's just so brutal to deal with that damage, and then on top of the Discord Orb is a nice re-engage is going to come in from Portage, though. They do lose Blonde Gamer, they do lose Frozen Slurp. Kruger is going to go down, but it looks like, yeah, they are going to be able to hold on for now as Reaper takes down Nugget.
You can't underestimate Portage. You can't sleep on them, and it's possible that we got to see maybe a little bit of overzeal from Boyertown. But they've got ultimates now, or they're coming up very close on ultimates to really justify that ambition. So I'm excited to see what Kruger's able to make happen with the Bob. If Death can survive the Discords, then we'll see Meteor Strike used probably to some
Ooh, that's a huge pick on the Reaper there from Junkrat Minaj, who is, again, not on Junkrat. The res is going to be there, though. That's just not going to be enough. The res cannot change the fact that the team kill gong is sounded. And what else is sounded? The victory bells for Boyertown, taking this series in a 2-0 fashion, as they are going to be able to take this.
GG's from and to both teams. Which, by the way, I do have to comment. Like, I do a lot of stuff in collegiate, and I gotta say, I think I mentioned it last week. Like, I've never seen teams that are like more professional, more chill. No ego or anything like that. No weirdness in the match chat than in TEC. It's actually so cool to immerse myself in an environment where, like, honestly, everyone is just like normal and well behaved. It's the Overwatch players don't be weird challenge. Normally the difficulty level is impossible, but if you're as classy as the TEC high school kids, then it's actually pretty easy. And talking about class, Portage, every single week they surprise me with something that they're able to accomplish, or some new way that they show me that there is to think about the way the game is meant to be played. And I'd say that Portage put up a really good show today despite the loss.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. I think they're just a bit unlucky with what they wanted to do and what Nugget was running with the Sombra in general.
Oh, so disruptive.
I think that just kind of ruined everything, and then they weren't able to really come back from it. Hopefully, they will iron those kinks out going down the road, especially if they have to play this Boyertown squad yet again down the line in the playoffs. But for now, that is going to be their matchup, and they're going to have to figure it out going into next week. We are going to come back with one more bright matchup for the afternoon. Forest Hills versus Uniontown D2 is going to be right after this.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Boyertown fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck, so again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
It looks like he's gonna use his ult. They're gonna combo that ult. Nice, huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice, huge play from Alari in Rissa. One of the better combos in the game now. That is support hero Alari for Sunrise.
Does not last long, and they're essentially down to take one more 60. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there, but Jets! Holy moly, that's straight out of Coach. Like we wanted to see it. It's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blueyards have tried to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep. Oh.
I mean, Tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, guys!
It's not letting the Shatter go through it all. Spectron, only Reaper is down. Mid-cast. That is a brutal.
Oh, big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux slam, and everyone back down. Whole bunch of pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their
Amazing value.
Forest Hills defend so exalted so far by having to again the jump of the tire around the backside. Look at it! Team kill the combo with Ghost Man! Oh my!
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned. 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
Nothing that Greater Johnstown can even do to that. That's a triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
A little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous, Mama.
Yeah, just stalls out for the time, pops the ultimate. That should be played. The front line, they have to be careful. They are going to trade a bastion from the other side. I believe Mando was the one to take them down and do that. But again, this Orisa just pumps out so much regular damage there. The spears as well are so nice. And it's another fight when they have to be careful about giving away their backside, though, because that soldier snuck on the point and almost took it back.
Yeah, I mean, this fight was a lot different, right? We actually saw this time around with that hook, able to get your one player in front of everyone else, and actually you focus fire.
It's gonna work out. You find Crazy out, but you're gonna find a headshot to Yama as well. There's just no way with a 5-minute time base. There's no way that Gateway can capture this point. But Logan comes down, another headshot from Mr. Gary, another one coming through. It's just a
However, Forest Hills has a couple ults on deck here as well.
Yeah, they definitely do. But here's the Meteor Strike coming on out. It takes down one onto Toasty. It's going to do some damage onto others, and Thrasher is going crazy on this side.
Close to our spawn.
The death blossom coming in from the top. Lord.
There you go. And it takes so much to get rid of Thrasher, but when it eventually happens, it's great. But the dragon shall consume all. Paradox Day with a triple kill on the narrows. This is one of the few spots in the entire game of Overwatch. Will this
Engagement. You've lost EBSF. You need to be the central pillar for West Branch, and it might just not be possible. But the grab's already built up. Oh my goodness, it's Molden might have just been able to do it with EBSF's help, and they're able to get that res.
Against teams that are this good, especially when they're scoring picks like Hello There is.
Yeah, hello there, fighting. Oh my goodness, 3, now 4 for Central Cambria.
Self-destruct is a nice thing to pull out of the pocket here if you're a Borton fan.
Oh, and they walk right into the oncoming.
Way out from the neck. So again, maybe getting a little bit staggered, maybe feeling pressured by that high percentage of West Branch.
Yeah, high percentage, and look at that combination. Earth Shatter into the Bastion Artillery.
Away from this as well, so bottom view could be used. We're going to see that one more time from Airflow, just right in the face of the competition, jumping over the head of Reinhardt.
Each other, kind of pushing it. Looks like he's going to use his ult. They're going to combo that ult. Nice, huge play. They're trying to kill it. Nice, huge play from Alari. One of the better combos in the game now. That new support hero Alari for Sunrise.
composition the defense matrix does not last long, and you're essentially down to take +4, 60. The backline is 4. Oh my goodness, what a play from the start. There's such an advantage for building up these ultimates quickly. You're doing your job as a team, even if you're not in there. But Jets, holy moly, that's straight out of Toast. Like we wanted to see it, it's converted into one more elimination. Looking better and better, but BoxBox is still alive, running a terror for everything that Blue Tennis tries to do. Their hard work is undone, and they're back to square one.
But remember, closer spawns for the attackers. They realize it's 3 players alive right
okay.
now. That's no good. Nugget doesn't overstep.
Nugget!
Oh.
I mean, tank is down. Block as a Sigma player. There's so many ways to get around it.
Oh, nice!
It's not letting the shatter go through it all. Spectron, Odin Reaper is down mid-cast. That is a brutal
big
occurrence.
flux.
This is going to be a big flux, slamming everyone back down. Cobalt the Pancakes about to be seen on the other side. Boulder, give it to Crunch as a nice little parting gift. As Forest Hills, they regain their
Amazing value.
Forest Hills defend this on the backside. Was gonna team killed combo with Ghostman. Oh my.
Right, well, that's exactly what we see, and it will close out the series, as you mentioned, 2-0. Right now, we're seeing exactly why Penn Trafford are now 5. And Logan plays, in fact, catching their opposite number in a Junkrat trap to finish out the fight. So another great start here for Gateway, and they're looking to continue it as Siendra again goes down.
Triple kill for the Junkrat. Make it 4. Logan plays. My.
Fantastic players in their own right. I mean, just because someone is essentially wiping the lobby for you doesn't mean there isn't times when you're going to be called on, yourself, and the rest of the team, Coops especially.
Little bit of damage here as well while you wait for the Lucio to make their way back towards you to try and see if they can help keep you alive. Swinging left, right, get a couple of hits, but now everybody else is going to be moving on the point. This is where they can be very, very dangerous.
Greetings. I may have told a little fib, a little lie if you will. We aren't going to see the match that I just talked about. I don't know how long ago. We are going to be going still to Division 2, but we are going to be continuing watching Portage and Franklin Regional, 2 new squads for this TEC series, which is going to be really interesting to see. I'm interested to see specifically Franklin Regional because, well, this is the first time we're seeing anything to do with Franklin Regional.
Yeah, today's super exciting. So we're starting on all the same maps. Maybe this series gets us to Survasa. Only one way to find out, and that's by jumping into the first map, which we've already done. It'll give us the chance to as well kind of familiarize ourselves with the rosters for both teams. Here on the side of Franklin Regional, you're gonna have Banana Boat. It's Mateo, Apollo, which actually happens to be the name of one of my tank players on the UBJV team. It probably isn't the actual Apollo, but
it'd be crazy. They're smurfing.
That would be kind of funny, yeah. Smurfing on a high school team. You've got Fluffy Jerry and Ray and Crayon, and then on the other side for Portage, which I mean it's their D2 team, but I'm already a fan. Casa Wolf TV, Dockside, Ayuit, Miss and Jupiter.
Hey yo,
and,
it's
Mustang
Neto.
Crab.
Hey yo, it's Neto.
Oh, Ayo, it's an Ayo. Oh yeah, you know what? That's Neto. What it is. Ayo, it's Neto. Very easy player at battle tags. I love it. As someone with a very easy battle tag myself. Although people get the name like
Lord Than.
Yeah, they always think it's like the Than, like the English articles. It's just a bad way of saying Ethan. But
you're a nerd who has their name in their gamer tag.
That's so true. I dox myself.
What a weirdo. But you know what? Let's talk about this game. This Portage with Ayo. It's Neto on the Genji here. A Genji duel between him and it's Mateo is huge, but a nice play coming in from Apollo, taking Cassie Wolf off the side of the map. It's going to be a nice play for Franklin to help things off. Another one bites the dust. Coming in from Apollo. Fluffy is going to get another 2 as well, as that's going to help Franklin set things up.
Yeah, good stuff from Franklin. Really impressive stuff from Apollo. Lucio Boop right now, that displacement is absolutely egregious. It launches you so far, but we love watching Lucio players. The Frog find a lot of success here. Possibly finds another really nice boop. No, that's a dash to get Nail back on the ropes. Oh, but there's Mustang going down.
Apollo is just continuing to just dominate the lobby right now with these boops off the side of the map. And Mateo is going to find Dockside as well, and it's just going to buy even more time to build up more and more progress for this Franklin squad.
Just a happy-go-lucky Frog who's coming up close on the sound barrier, and there's more that's going to end up getting generated if the fight lasts long enough on the side of Franklin Regional. As the next fight breaks out, we'll get to see the sound barrier cast if they need it, actually.
Yeah, now come in, missing Jupiter is going to take Fluffy out of the foot. Bro. What a play coming in. Yeah, Apollo's made it 4 now. Banana Boat going to find 2 with a Grid Flux as well, and that's just going to be more and more time going the way of Franklin.
I mean, at one point, right, if you're Portage, if I'm playing on you guys' roster, at one point I'm just like, all right, they're playing Lucio, they're playing the meme man on the meme map. And you know, at one point you just have to find a way to not end up on that coast side where you can get booped off. And as well, you want an opportunity to use these ultimates that Portage is coming up on.
Dockside is going to take down Fluffy here early on. Apollo's looking for another one. Mateo going to come in. Or no, it's Neto is going to be coming in with the Dragon Blade, and Mateo now looking to build up to their own Dragon Blade as they did get anteed up from the rampage of Cassie. Now the Dragon Blade coming in from Mateo to look to solidify the point for Franklin here.
Now there's one more contest here to be found. I think that's Dockside on the coast, and ultimately a shutout as well here from Franklin. Really strong start to the series and honestly to the season, it appears, from them, and honestly from Portage. I just want to see them be able to, you know, not get booped off. I want to see what it looks like when Portage is, you know, able to play the game. And on well, it's definitely a toss-up, right? You can just avoid the hole entirely, but something tells me that Apollo is going to find picks here no matter what.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. They could have gotten Ruins, but they got what? They got well instead.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I like the Junkrat here from It's Neo.
So, thoughts on the nickname Lee J. Paulo already for Apollo?
I actually like that. Yeah,
Lee J. Paulo.
I don't understand the Lee J. Gon hate. The VJ Gon, I think, is what they call him. And so
well,
I'm absolutely good with
I think
Lee J. Paulo.
Well, I think they weren't that good on Boston, or worse on. I didn't watch any of the last season of Owl. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the season of the last season of Owl, so I can't really comment on it. But hey, it's Mateo who's gonna find Dockside already with Banana Boat over to the Roadhog, hooking him in, almost going down to Mustang Proud. But gonna be able to stay alive off the side as dash through comes in from Mateo. Well, yeah, the deflect holding strong, Franklin.
Yeah, I really like that, and oh my goodness, Banana Boat is staying ambitious with these hooks, which is perfect, looking for those environmentals. I don't think that we've actually seen any kills off the cliffs quite yet, but it's only a matter of time, Joe.
Well, and it's also going to be hard when Franklin is taking this fight so far away from the well. Now, with the backing up, it would seem maybe not the play seat going their way. Mateo's in the face of everyone. The dash through and the shuriken to the dome takes down AO. It's Neto. This is still going to be Franklin's point. Man, they've got a stranglehold on it right now.
Yeah, a really nice grasp on the objective. It's reaching halfway to its completion as well, and that makes things very complicated here for Portage's D2 team. There's a stagger elimination there as well onto Mustang, which is going to make re-entry a little bit slower, no less. So it's going to be really sooner than we think before its last team fight territory, and you run the risk of losing a DPS, another player, really early here.
As now Dragon Blade is going to come in from Mateo, looking for the plays. Did get stuck for a little bit, and now getting focused down by the Coalescence, and Mateo is going to go down. Dragon Strike did come through from missing Jupiter as well, but Banana Boat finds out Dockside with their whole hog in the midst of all of that, and still it looks like Franklin are going to be able to hold on to it. Maybe not with the 2 ultimates, the 2 bombs coming in for Portage. But an unfortunate time to not have your booster rockets as Cassie Wolf is taken quickly care of as Death Blossom comes through as well. Takes down 2, solidifies the map. Oh, maybe not. Missing Jupiter with a dome shot, but it's just not going to be enough. Franklin Regional Panthers are able to take the fight and the first minute.
Yeah, that last shot onto Fluffy there was just a little bit deserved, and so too was play the game here from Apollo. I think this was was this a double kill on the environmental? Yep, early in the round to get the boot down to Castle Wolf and then onto Missing Jupiter. I think both of them actually probably had either 1 or 2 environmental eliminations. So feels kind of bad on Ilios. It's like I said, it's the meme map for meme players. Little rat people to enjoy. And now that
clip it again, clip it again, clip it again. Get him out of here.
You guys have so much ammunition against me today. But now that we're not on the meme map for rat people and rat players, it's possible that we get to see Portage with a little bit more leeway, a little bit more space to really make what they want to happen. They're on some fun compositions to play. So really, all that we need to see from them is just a little bit of an opening for their composition to really shine.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes as we move into Havana here. But right now, I mean, everything's all in the favor of this Franklin Regional squad at the moment. And I mean, hey, they looked really good. I really like the play. I mean, again, it is going to be harder for Apollo to get that value if they are still on the Lucio, because obviously, unless we're talking about 0.3, there isn't really a way to get those environmental kills. We'll see how it works. It looks like Apollo, though, is still sticking. Oh, no. Apollo's go over to the Ana here.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I see it. You've got Annihilate and Nano Blade as well. Banana Boat on the Romatra is going to be really fun to watch here. And honestly, is a really great matchup against some of the characters that Portage is watching. So, possibly we see Portage make a couple of swaps halfway through the round. Joker, it's worth mentioning as well the advantage that gets set here by Franklin being able to defend first. That is also a really big deal. They have a chance to set the pace and also get a full hold like we got to watch in our previous series between Boyertown and Portage.
Yeah, as now I like this look again from Franklin right now. The Shimada brothers, Ana, the Lucio, the Ramatra. I mean, Ramatra, when you just play Ramatra, especially right now, it's kind of it might just be a free win. But again, the deep is still pretty good at the moment. The Ray and Cran is going to find Missing Jupiter out, and they're just on the point. They're just holding it down. They can't move it at all because you're focusing out. Oh, the faded Lucio Mercy duel on point. They are going to get dealt with by the respawns coming in. But in the reinforcements, that's just not honorable whatsoever from Missing Jupiter, but it's just not going to matter. It's now, while that was all transpiring, the picks just kept going the way of Franklin, and now they are able to help deal with the remaining members as the picks come through from Banana Boat.
It's Netta almost doesn't get out with their life there. In fact, Dockside ends up getting traded, and with a revive, it's a nice way to start this next fight as a 5v5. But you're also down that revive in case you need something to amp up the tempo in the mid fight, and it doesn't matter anyways. It's a 4v5 now.
Yeah, it is indeed. As now the plays are gonna come in as Neto is in the full back. They are going to get that healing, though, which is nice for them because they were quite low and now looking to take out Fluffy in the back line, but just not going to be able to do that. The health is there from Apollo, landing these shots and taking him down as Fluffy with a headshot while they were trying to dash through them. And now the Dragon Blade coming in from Mateo on the point is going to find out Mustang Proud, and, well, no more, but, oh, Mateo is going to get caught up with the trap. A nice play coming in response from Missing Jupiter has made that swap over to the Junkrat here. Self-destruct not going to find the value you're hoping for from Cassie Wolf. It is just going to buy more time, though, and buy space for this for the supported squad. But the Annihilation with the Nano Boost is just going to be so much damage coming in onto onto Portage. Only going to find Missing Jupiter, though, which is not too bad, especially since the res is going to be used. But still, they are down to a minute 30. It looks like Banana Boat is going to be caught out here, though, with the swap over to the Mauga from Cassie Wolf.
The Mauga is very fun for me, and Portage, the adaptations that they made, both in terms of composition and gameplay, has really opened up this this first objective for them. Picks rolling through and some space created. Yeah,
no, they're gonna find everything they were hoping for. Banana Boat is gonna mirror them on the Mauga here, which is interesting.
I love that.
I mean, it's a good hero. It's just not good now. This isn't season 8 anymore, Mr. Lord Season, where you had to leave your competitive games. Where you had to leave your competitive games to win games. Ran Cran is going to get taken out, and Banana Boat as well. So this could look good for them. Apollo's made the swap over to the Zenyatta to deal some more damage with the Discord Orb, as well as those long-range fights. As Apollo's going to go super low. Got to be able to get the touch, but it looks like they're going to give it up here. No, the contest is going to come on from its Mateo. Are they going to be able to hold on for a long while? And this is definitely a chance with the Dragon Strike coming out from Fluffy, taking the position away from Portage here. As Banana Boat comes back from spawn, takes down 2. You got to stay on the cart. It is so close to the end. You can't get off, but it's going to help in the end. Franklin are going to be able to hold on to the doorstep. Point 1.
Yeah, that was incredible, Joker. It's a situation where you really think that oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. That Franklin Regional, I forgot their name. They're so new. And that's the last time that I forget it, because bold gameplay from them. For all the players, staff, coaches who watch this, if there's any high-level principle to take out of this particular matchup today, and any one thing to emulate, it is the touch calls and timing. That's really a point that on solo queue ranked ladder, you give up. You know, you're like, okay, all right, we held for long enough, and we can give up that first objective and let we'll just hold the distillery. We'll hold point 2. That doesn't actually need to be the case. Instead, you have in the voice channels, in the communications between these teams, you have Mateo saying, I have first touch. And then the whole team knows that they can hang back, they can play safe, and then they can touch after Mateo has either said, I need to get off the objective, someone touch, or who's got next touch, or someone else calls next touch. The importance of being able to say who will be on the objective to contest during these crucial moments, especially if you don't have the tank available to do so themselves, it can't be understated. So really marvelous high-level play coming out from Franklin Regional, and honestly, I'm super excited at the prospect of every TEC team emulating something.
Yeah, we'll see how this works. Why is Banana Boat on Rhine?
He's got a little funny, silly, goofy guy with Apollo back on the frog, I think, is the energy here. You're going to end up taking a lot of poke, but hey, you full health first, so let's experiment.
Yeah, I guess. But the experimenting could turn into a lost map if it doesn't work for them. We'll see if it works, but it's Neto's in the back line, already finding another pick onto Rayon Cran. So I think they're gonna have to change off this. The Reinhardt is just it's just not good in this current patch.
He's walking back out. Banana Boat's walking back out, Joker.
All right. Hey, if it works, I'll eat my words. But they've already lost Mateo again as well. The Fire Strike is gonna find them out, though. Still definitely a chance to keep things going in the favor of Franklin, but it's just so hard. Banana Boat's so low. You can't really do anything right now, as Fluffy Jr. is going to be able to find another one with these mines. Now you can go aggro with that sound barrier coming in from Apollo, and that is going to open everything up.
That's, I mean, both Lucios have their sound barriers. Ultimate generation from both of these teams this round has been really good, and Mustang is able to get their sound barrier, which is super important for a touch here. I know that we've been talking about how well Franklin has been playing, but it's actually really winnable here for Boyertown. I'm sorry, for Portage. I'm losing my mind.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Shatter is going to come out on top of him. Fluffy Jr. is going to find both of the supports off the back of it. Gravitic Flux is going to come through. Not going to be able to find much. They find some damage. The healing is going to be there, but everyone's falling down left, right, and center on the side of Portage. Coalescence is going to be invested, though. You've got to be able to invest it to get back to the point, but the Riptire is going to come out. Not going to find anyone, but people are low. The follow-up needs to be there, and no one's going to be able to touch in the end as Franklin takes the map and the series in a 2-0 fashion.
Really nice stuff from Franklin's D2 team. I'm curious if they only have one D2 team, or if there's a D1 team that we can be on the lookout for. But I really liked that debut performance. Honestly, from both teams here, I think Portage was, you know, they were put against a pretty steep matchup, and you know, against the expertise of a very talented feeding frog player such as Apollo. I think that you're going to be in for an, as the solo queue ranked experience calls it, an uphill battle. But Portage still got to show a couple of really nice colors, some versatility on the tank role, as well as some really keen support in the back line, some nice swaps, and also you know, a couple of terrifying plays from the DPS players for Portage. So honestly, for both the D1 and D2 scenes, Portage is one of the ones, so one of those schools that I'm keeping my eye on. But Franklin brought it today.
Oh, I definitely agree with you there. I'm really interested to see how Portage evolves throughout the season. They looked really good, and we did get confirmation from the Twitch chat that they only do Franklin does only have one the D2 team. Which hey, I'm not opposed to it. Again. Get your teamwork together, get your team higher ranked, and then go to D1 when you feel comfortable. You don't want to go into the deep end of D1 and then lose all your matches and get discouraged for seasons to come.
I mean, Gabriel, Winver, West Branch, Gateway.
Yeah.
Ooh, some scary
Yeah,
stuff there.
it definitely is. But I mean, I really like the look of the Franklin Regional squad. I'm excited to see how they progress through the season as well. But other than that, I mean, hey, it was a fun week, fun day of Overwatch.
Yeah, it was. And there's more fun days in the week as well. I think it's I always get this wrong, but Rocket League Mondays, Valorant Tuesdays as well. So if you guys haven't, is it the other way around?
It's
Valorant
the other
Mondays,
way
Rocket League
around.
Tuesdays? I knew
And
it. I
then
took a 50-50 shot.
I think we have middle school Rocket League on Thursdays. I don't know if that's started yet.
I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna have someone yell at me later that I shouldn't have. But if you guys haven't already followed the main channel here or any of the secondary channels that we go live on, then you'll want to make sure that you do, because there's some awesome action to capture from all the titles and all the schools, all the players. Joker.
Middle school Rocket League on Thursdays.
Nice. Oh,
all
I'd
right.
love to see middle school esports representation.
Yes.
That's really cool.
It is quite cool. But other than that, I think it's going to be this, and we're going to end it off here, Mr. Lord Thethan. Thank you all for watching. It's been me, Joker's Ransom, him, Lord Thethan, and Man on the production and the observing end for us, making us all look good, making everything look good for you here. Thank you all for watching. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful rest of your day.